Rebar here. Happy Friday, Solid Mud Show. Yeah, I guess we got the Russians in here tonight. I guess some of their communications are bleeding over and coming out on the air. I guess they're using kind of a similar channel. Maybe that's what the deal is when you got low power. I don't know. Because that's what we are. That's what the LP stands for in our, I'm sure you've heard all the DJs. 96.9 FM, KMRD-LP Madrid, New Mexico. LP, low power. We got 30 watts. That's when the FCC broke up the monopoly and allowed independent and low-level powered radio stations to come online. And that's why we are here for now. And the FCC has come down with some brand new regulations here, straight out today. So the first time here for the Solid Mud Show, we have to comply with those regulations, and they are that we have to play a Russian artist at least once every set. Once every set. Well, let me tell you who we played that last time. You just heard Austin Jackson. I'm sorry, the Andrew Jackson Jihad with Bad Things. And that was the good version of Bad Things. There's a bad version of Bad Things, yes. And then Coffee, God, and Cigarettes by Mischief Brew. Then Blackbird Rom with Alcohol and Valhalla. And then we started the set off with the Russian national anthem. Had to tick off that. That was the first thing we had to do. Yeah, every show has to start with that from now on as well. Part of the FCC regulations. Brand new regulations. All right, well, okay, well, it's time for another Russian band here. Let's see who. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm gonna English explain it to you. Automacheski. Name of the band.
Мы очень рады слышать в этом зале, как многие партии переходят на лексику ЛДП.
Go Bordella. Gypsy Punkers. I think they're from Romania. I'm not sure if that's close enough to Russia to count for the Russian requirement that we have to play. New FCC regulations requiring us to play Russian songs about every 15 minutes. Anyway, Go Bordella with Immigrata. We're coming rougher every time. Yes, that song. Quite poignant these days. Violent Femmes before that with Crazy, Gnarls Barkley cover. And before that was Gnarls Barkley with Gone Daddy Gone, a Violent Femmes cover. See? Pretty clever, huh? Anyway, before that, Frank Turner, Get Better. And then before that was the required Russian song that I had to play. I have no idea how to pronounce it. No idea. I can't even spell it. I don't even know what those letters are. But it was from 1984, and that was a pretty good punk song, I must say, even though I couldn't quite catch what they were saying. But I think that'll change. I think everyone's Russian's going to get a little better, don't you think? Yeah, I apologize. I think must be some heavy communications going on through the airwaves there, and it's bleeding over into our 96.9 channel here. I think the KGB somewhere using some channel nearby, and I think it's bleeding over because of course they have much more wattage than our fine, outstanding tower here on the Ortiz Mountains. However, Russians, they don't play small. All right, we're right on. Here's an announcement here. The Zimmer Feline Foundation is offering a free pet cat spay and neuter program. Vouchers are free and pay for the full cost to spay or neuter each cat at any of the participating veterinary clinics. Call today to find a participating clinic near you, 505-466-1676, and that's a great service, folks. And I'm not saying that just because the picture of the cat on this flyer looks just like my little Hopi. I'm not saying it because of that. All right, it's just a good idea. It's just a good idea. All right, well, okay, well, I guess I better play another Russian song here and go fill out some paperwork. Here's Lucid Vox. I have no idea the name of the song, but listen up closely.
Владимирович, мир проходит через такую глобальную трансформацию. Мы видим волеизъявление...
Mariana Sadvolska. Calling Bird, name of that song. Before that, A Girl Like You by the Mexican Institute of Sound. Prior to that was Black Lung with The Ghost. And then there were Baby Grandmothers, Being Is More Than Life. And then we started that set off with Lucid Vox. Yes, a Russian band. Well, here on the Solid Mud Show, we're having to adhere to the new FCC guidelines, which require me at the top of the hour to say, this is 96.9 FM KMRD-LP Madrid, New Mexico. Welcome to your community radio. And those new regulations also, which just came down just today, I think in some executive action or something from the White House. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but we now have to play every 15 minutes at least one Russian artist. Yep. That's what we got to do. And I'm sorry, there's apparently there's some heavy communications or something going on, and there's some bleed through coming in over through the lines here. Maybe that's what you're hearing. I'm not sure if it's going out on the air. I can hear it in my headphones, but I don't know if it's going out on the air or not. I don't speak Russian, so I'm not sure what they're saying. But anyway, maybe they're trying to make sure that we're complying with our regulations. Because there's plenty of paperwork, which I have to go do. So here, let's listen to the music. Let's listen to some music. Here's the Cheese People, and they're from Russia.
Теперь по поводу ПРО. Послушайте, вот здесь все очень взрослые люди и уже опытные.
The drink hunters there. I need to forget.
Я сейчас не буду просить, чтобы вы...
Oh, wait. Hold on, I'm skipping ahead. That was Old Susquehanna. Defiance, Ohio, name of that band. Then there were the drink hunters. I need to forget. See how that works? And then Ramshackle Glory. Your heart is a muscle the size of your fist. And that song had a New Mexico reference in it. I don't know if you guys caught that. But, yes, sir, right there. And then there were the Cheese People, a Russian band. And I have no idea what the name of that song was. I don't even know the Russian alphabet to even begin to tell you. Well, yeah, so here on Solid Mud Show, we are doing our best to fulfill the new FCC regulations that came down just now. Hot off the presses. But we must play one Russian artist in every set. And apparently there's a lot of chatter, I think's the word, chatter, going on, and it's bleeding over onto our channel here, 96.9. I guess the guess the Russians have a lot more than 30 watts, but that's what we got. So it's kind of bleeding over into us a little bit. But hey, what the heck? But anyway, again, so we must play some Russian artists, and so here's probably the most famous of all kind of contemporary rock bands and punk rock, Pussy Riot, and they're going to be in Albuquerque in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, you're not going to want to miss that. Resist. Come on, I know they're there.
Мы очень рады слышать в этом зале
The Fratellas
многие партии
with Flathead.
лексику ЛДПР.
Before that one guy.
Это сделать
Song called One.
вопрос. А сейчас
Yeah, that one guy. Just one guy
такое получилось.
playing one instrument. You should have seen it, man. It's crazy. Before that, Arroyo Deathmatch. Death Rides a Bike. And that's an Albuquerque band. Arroyo Deathmatch. Before that, Pussy Riot. Of course, from Russia. With I Can't Breathe. Hey, and they're going to be playing in Albuquerque in about 2 weeks, man. Go check that out. You should probably not going to want to miss that show. All right. Well, this is Solid Mud Show. You're listening to it on 96.9 FM KMRD-LP Madrid, New Mexico. And I'm Rebar. And this is the Solid Mud Show. And we are trying our best to comply with the brand new FCC regulations just got handed down today. Kind of breaking news thing. And in order for compliance, we have to play at least one Russian artist every 15 minutes. One Russian artist. There's a lot of paperwork involved with that, folks. So, being a DJ is not as easy as it sounds. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. And I apologize. I guess there's a bunch of KGB chatter kind of running around here, and that's probably bleeding through into our lines here. All right. Well, okay. As required, here comes a Russian band. Grazdanskaya Oborona. And I guarantee you that is the correct pronunciation. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. Some Russian punk rock from way back in 1985. Here we go. Here we go. Здравствуйте, everyone. Welcome to the Solid Mud Show. Happy Friday. That was the Real Mackenzies with Drink Some More. It's Friday after all, right? Then there was the Homeless Gospel Choir with God on Our Side. Previous to that, the Dead Milkman with Stewart. Oh, I saw the Dead Milkman once. Good show. Good show. And then before that, Grazdanskaya Oborono. The required Russian segment during that set with Bisblozin. Punk songs from 1985. They were punkers in Russia too, man. Yeah, well, let's just dive right back into it. Time for another Russian song. As required by the new FCC regulations, just came down today. I don't know if you heard about that, but you'll probably be hearing more. So we're in full compliance here on the Solid Mud Show. Let me play the song, then I got to go do all the paperwork. Here's a band called Leningrad. Presumably from Leningrad.
Теперь по поводу ПРО. Послушайте. Вот
The Levelers
очень взрослые
with the Battle of the Beanfield.
и уже опытные.
I believe that's an event in English history that they're singing about.
Не буду просить
modern English history. Before that, the Dreadnoughts, the Cruel World Wars. Then there was Johnny Kolaski and the Sexy Weirdos with the Klezmer Prayer. And we started that off with our Russian band requirement of the set with Leningrad. Yes, new FCC rules have come down. And apart from me having to say, you're listening to 96.9 FM KMRD-LP Madrid, New Mexico at the top of every hour, I now also have to play one Russian artist every set of music. Yeah, well, the Solid Mud Show, we're in full compliance down here tonight. Oh, and the reams of paperwork, you wouldn't believe it. Reams and reams of paperwork. I've got that hand cramp. Remember that? You know how you got the hand cramp? Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. And having to write words in Russian? I think, man, I wasn't ready for that. All right. Well, let's fulfill our requirement for this next set. And here's the Red Elvises, who I know have been through New Mexico with Cosmonaut Petrov on your community radio. Come on, Red.
Мы очень рады слышать в этом зале, как многие партии переходят на лексику ЛДПР. Только надо бы 20 лет назад бы это сделать, заговорить про русский вопрос.
The taxpayers.
Действительно не самое такое получается.
I love you like an alcoholic.
В чем ошибка наша? Я бы рад выступать с
Oh, that song just right to my heart.
полный зал был
Right to my
сперва.
heart.
Потом некоторые ушли.
Oh, before that, X with White Girl back in 1981.
Вот кто инициировал создание?
And You Were Cool,
На троих бы мы сидели хорошо.
sung by the Mountain
На
Goats.
троих бы. По 150.
Before that, the Red Elvises, our required Russian element, with Cosmonaut Petrov.
То есть вот найдите этого зубатого.
Right here on the Solid Mud Show.
Пулю себе в поле пустил в голову.
Oh, and I do. I tell you, Rebar does have a soft spot for anarchy love songs. And there was one that he had queued up ready to play, but he couldn't. He couldn't do it because of the FCC. There's those 7 words. There's those 7 words we can't play, and this song had one of those 7 words in it. But I'm telling you, it was heart wrenching. The chorus went something like, it's the anarchist boyfriend with the bleeding liberal girlfriend, and the chorus goes, well, when it came time to throw that brick through the Starbucks window, you left me all alone. You left me all alone. Oh, it worked me up. But it had one of those 7 FCC words that I can't play. Oh boy, if I do play it, I gotta log it, and that's even more paperwork. There's lots of, and believe me, the paperwork here with this new FCC guideline, where we must play one Russian artist every 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to brush up on my Russian. I think you should too, brother. I think you should too. But let's get right back to the music, and here's again our Russian requirement for this next set. Mooncake 444 on your community radio. That was the Rail Yard Ghost, the Highway or the Hangman, Part 1. I don't know where Part 2 is. I don't know. The Chromatics. Before that, Tick of the Clock. Before that, Attila the Stockbroker. You know, and I have no idea who that band was. I saw the name of the band, Attila the Stockbroker, and I said, I got to hear that. And it turned out they were pretty good. So you heard it too, right there. Attila the Stockbroker. the Digger song. And then before that, Mooncake 444, our Russian requirement there in that set. As per new FCC regulations, we must play one Russian artist every set. And there's tons of paperwork to be done here, but Solid Mud Show is in full compliance. Yes, it is, because we play by the rules down here in the mud. Right here on 96.9 FM, KMRD-LP Madrid, New Mexico. That LP stands for low power, which is probably why you can hear all that. I think there's some KGB chatter that's bleeding in through our signal here because, they got a lot more. They have a lot more watts than we do. Let's just leave it at that. All right. So I need to comply with the next Russian song segment, Russian artist. So here's Messer Chups. They've actually had breakthrough here on American soil. You might even know them. Messer Chups with Agent Tremolo right here on your community radio.